Good afternoon, members of the 931st Air Refueling Group. This month's Commander's message is coming to you from the Financial Management Office, and we've deliberately delayed until the end of the month because this is a busy time for our folks here. And I want you to understand what goes on at the end of September as we get ready to close out our books. Each year we have to zero out our books. We have to make sure that we close out in preparation for the new fiscal year, and it requires many man hours from this office. And last year we closed out ahead of schedule. They did a great job not only getting all of you paid but keeping me out of jail. So today I want to introduce the staff, tell you a little bit about what they do, and then we'll end with a few reminders and getting ready for the upcoming UTA. So standing to my left is the Budget Officer, Mary Borst. To her left and over here we have Military Pay Technician, the lead Military Pay Technician, Denise Gifford. Her counterpart to the right, another Military Pay Technician, Christy Cottrell. Behind her, many of you have been in here to see Ken Snow. He is our travel voucher examiner and DTS Zen. If we go back into the back offices, back in the corner here, Tracy Treachout, who is a budget analyst, O&M analyst, and our budget analyst, Deidre Thornton. Now, I want to ask Mary a little bit about what exactly happens the end of September so that you understand what we're going through with the FM office now.
Well, what we're trying to do at the end of the year, we have to look at every fiscal year to ensure that all the monies are in balance. We have to reconcile our books, and that means the exact money that we were given, we've spent it exactly where we anticipated we were going to spend it.
Yes.
That's why it's very important for everyone to be very patient with FM at the end of year, because we have to go down to the details, to include review every order.
Now, some of the things that really cause problems for our FM staff, if we don't do our part, if we're not precise in how we fill out our orders, if we don't have all of our orders closed out, what does that mean for you guys?
That means if the member hasn't, the pay stays open, we have to make sure that pay is correct, and we have to leave it open until that member requests for the payment to be processed by submitting their orders.
Now, other things that affect this office that greatly increase their workload are government travel cards, unpaid orders, inappropriately or inaccurate travel vouchers. And I'll tell you, this staff is min-staffed anyway. Most of you may not know that as far as our FM office goes, we're actually 2 people short in this office from similar size and similar scope of FM offices. So we're working with less people. So anything we can do to make their job easier helps them out greatly, especially during this time of the year. So I would ask you to put forth a little bit better effort there. Get these government travel cards paid, get your orders filled out correctly and on time, and it will greatly alleviate a lot of the workload that we have here. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this office was this was a turbulent year for FM. I mean, we probably had one of the most unusual fiscal environments ever with the continuing resolution and the furloughs. And unlike a lot of us, myself who's a reservist who has the opportunity to be a reservist and to be paid, these are straight civilians. So when the furloughs hit, it hit hard here. So I ask for your patience as you come in here. These folks work hard and they took the brunt of the furloughs, and so when you come through that door angry because you're missing a couple of dollars in a paycheck, realize that they're working real hard to not only get you paid but to make sure that we do it the right way. So in closing, I want to just remind you about a couple of things that we have coming up. You may have heard about a couple of policy or procedure changes. One has to do with the way that we do our lodging. All lodging requests, not only UTA but annual tour, MPA days, all of those must be requested through your lodging POC in your unit. And if you don't know who that is, you need to contact your supervisor to do that. We've had some trouble in the lodging with getting people housed, and we've created some ill will over there. So I'm asking you to be patient with the lodging personnel and to go through your POCs. A couple other things, getting ready for the UTA. We're going to open up our MICT checklists again October 1st, and we're going to ask you to go through them again. I'm asking for honesty and thoroughness as you complete those MICT checklists. A month before the month of August, we had our SAPR training event. I try to emphasize their civility in the way that we talk to one another and taking care of each other, resiliency. These are going to be tough financial times. We hear there's a continuing resolution coming.
We hope.
We hope.
We can only hope.
We're hearing government shutdowns may be a factor. All of those things are turbulent times that create stress. And right now we don't know what we have. We won't know probably for a week or so. So I can tell you we're doing everything we can to make sure that we get you paid and we can bring you out to do what we need you to do. So be patient with us and take care of one another. And you supervisors out there, let your people know that you're there and take care of their needs. And for those of you fellow airmen, talk to one another. Make sure that everybody is okay as we go through these turbulent times. Again, I want to thank you as reservists for all you do, for our civilian counterparts for all they do to make our lives better, and ask you for your patience as we go through these next few months of turbulence. And thank you again for coming out and serving and for all you do.